The NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Evan McPherson about ready to get this going as we are underway now from Paul Brown Stadium. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Being chased out left. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Good job there getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Burrow. Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Another try after the 1st down sack. Burrow to Mixon on the check down. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass. And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete.
A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put them in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw caught here by Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Brandon Wilson now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Now Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The sack there by Rasheem Green. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you You only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he's able to get this one down to about the 40. And the tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 40 now on second down. Wilson out to the right. He gets it to Lockett. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 7 yards the pick up there. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A quick throw out to Lockett. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Wilson will throw again. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson from 3 yards out. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
From his end zone, Wilson. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Darrell Taylor able to get in there and drop him behind the line. 2nd and 10. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Well, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard. Burrow looking to pass. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one.
1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Burrow's throw caught by Higgins.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. To the air again, Burrow. Here's Higgins out of the right side. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Steps away, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Here we go. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be a 37-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half? That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by Sidney Jones. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Trey Hendrickson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, this complete to Lockett. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So 4th down, Wilson goes to the sidelines, and on comes Jason Myers for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Tackle made by Rasheem Green. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Here's Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll run with Mixon, going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And that's going to be caught. Dwayne Eskridge. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson, and he will take this one in for a Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Seahawks add on to their lead. Whoa, he just yanked that one well to the left, and no good.
Shut him down! Let's do this!
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6. And Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Jordan Brooks with it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised. But that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. Here's Wilson. And they'll get this down to the 10.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Burrow. Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow, he's going to rifle one deep left side. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, 41 yards. And the Bengals are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one, because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively, kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
They'll try and run some clock here with Penny. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway.
Bring it!
It's a big play there for Seattle.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
He's got it. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And Carson unable to make it to the yellow line as the defense bottles him up.